while we're waiting to explore the body further. Out of context, that quote is going to sound terrible.
History is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now or learn the stuff they don't want you to know.
Jessica says, "Hi, I've always listened to your show, but I've never reached out before. I know you all talked about cartels earlier this week, but one of my 7th grade Mexican-American students came into class talking about a cartel monkey, a literal monkey dressed in a diaper and bulletproof vest who was killed in a clash between different cartels in Mexico earlier this week. From what searching I did, it seems this is not the first exotic animal taken in by the cartels. I'd love to hear more from you guys about what connection the exotic animals and the cartels have." This is a bit of a rabbit hole, or a bit of a hippo hole, if you want. One of the first times that I personally found out about the fascination that a lot of narco lords and cartel groups have with exotic animals was actually due to Pablo Escobar. You know, the guy who became very close to being parallel government of Colombia, and then probably would have, had a good chance of becoming the president of Colombia had he not gotten popped. Pablo Escobar is the reason that Colombia today has a population of wild hippos. Hippos, by the way, are by far the most dangerous non-human land animal. They're big. They kill more people than tigers, more people than bears, more people than lions. You know what I mean? More people than badgers, in case you were worried about that one, and cassowary, if you're worried about large birds. Hippos are crazy dangerous. Don't be fooled. And
it's because they sit in the water like that with their little snouts out, and you can't really tell what it is until it emerges in this giant beast.
Also, don't let the ungainly size fool you. Those cats can book it. And they, like you, I don't care how in shape you are, you cannot one-on-one PvP a hippo. It's just not going to happen. Give it up. And you can see plenty of YouTube videos confirming this. But so that's the entry point that I had on this. And then on another show we do called Ridiculous History, we looked at how Escobar's hippo herd continued after his fall and his death. It's been a known thing for years among Mexican law enforcement that drug cartels in that country and in other parts of Latin America have exotic animals, large felines, again, lions and tigers. You can see that this goes, like, there are people from the Sinaloa cartel who have started Instagram and Twitter accounts, like back in 2015, that show the jaguars and so on. They're being kept sometimes as, well, as status symbols, as status, like as flexes, right? They can also be used to smuggle drugs. You can get snakes across the border and stuff them with cocaine. Very bad for the snake, pretty good for business as long as you don't get caught. We've also talked about cartels finding alternative income streams, right? Because, again, you hear the phrase cartel associated with drugs pretty often in the West, but a cartel does not necessarily need to be selling something illegal. Cartels engage in monopolization and price fixing of any precious resource, right? And they want to ensure that they have the highest profits possible. So OPEC is a cartel. It's just a cartel for oil, which is legal, right? And countries that are members of OPEC, some of them have also started planning for the decline of the fossil fuel industry. That's something that will eventually come if civilization continues. cartels are the same way. Like, if you legalize certain drugs, you're kneecapping them. You're figuratively crippling them. So what else can they do to bring in money? Hey, say the cartels, we're not just about cocaine. You want a endangered South American bird? We can get you that. You got a macaw, 90 grand, bro. It's yours. We'll take it off the lot. Oh, no, you're into pythons? For you, 30 grand.
How about a spider monkey? Comes with its own body armor.
Yes. Now that is what Jessica's talking about. Jessica, we're talking about this because we wanted to establish that this is not a one-off thing. There are several categories of cartel interaction with exotic animals. 1, flexes. 2, smuggling vehicles. 3, a new income stream. Just like avocados, right? It's a new way to make money. And this, the endangered animals part, the exotic animals, as they would be called, that is an old trade. But like you said, Matt, this spider monkey, this poor guy is a little bit different. Jessica, you sent us some great links. One that I think stood out to both Matt and myself was Luis Chaparro's Vice article. Here's the headline: a narco monkey was killed during a shootout and now has his own narco corrido, which is a ballad, right? There's a genre of music which is all about the exploits of los narcos, and it's like it kind of glorifies them sometimes, and it kind of, tells the stories in a tragic way. But these are the stories of the great gangsters, the great criminals, the cartels and the drug dealers. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of the songs are actually really catchy. I listened to this song about this poor monkey, but maybe we describe it. This is pretty recent. This is earlier, just last month in June. There were photos that propagated on social media showing a dead spider monkey alongside 10 other people who were killed in a shootout. The monkey was wearing, like you said, Matt, he was wearing a tactical vest and a diaper and a little camouflage hoodie. I don't know why. The little camo hoodie makes me feel bad because, even with very, very bad people, most folks, the majority of human beings, have a soft spot. You know what I mean? Like, somebody you think is an absolute POS, they might have a guinea pig. A guinea pig, which is just like the most why are you here animal on the planet. It's like it has no defensive, no offensive capabilities. It's a furry little potato, and the worst person might have poured all their capability for empathy and affection into little Rupert, their guinea pig. And I'm wondering if this is a story like that, because as reported in this Vice article, Matt, the monkey was found hugging the chest of a human corpse. And then in another photo, it's lying beside that same corpse.
Yeah, that's sad. Guinea pigs, by the way, are apparently delicious and are eaten. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, I've eaten guinea pigs before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not number one on like my imagined menu, but you got to do what you got to do. So was the monkey? This is the question: was this poor unfortunate monkey, changuito, which just means little monkey, was this monkey actually evolved in exchanging live fire? I don't think so. I think it was kind of like a mascot. You know how like throughout World War I and World War II, various groups of soldiers would have their mascots. Some were functional, like dogs that could sniff bombs or find survivors, and others were just like, we really dig this cat. We found this cat in Normandy, and this is like our cat now. Let's promote him. These animals get promoted a lot too, we should mention.